Good news for Kamala Harris and the Democrats in Florida. Bad news for Donald Trump. This information is as of the first day of voting through yesterday, October 21st. For those of you that want to know where you can get it, you can go to the Secretary of State's office in Florida and click on it to get the same information. It's also in the newspaper, so I'm not going to do all your work for you. You want to go see it, go see the numbers, go click there yourself. Good news is this. Here are the breakdown of basically the voting, which includes early voting and includes mail-in ballots through yesterday or close of business yesterday. Please listen to everything, because I think everybody seems to be leaving out are the all the independent voters and the minor party voters that they seem to leave out. But here are the totals right now for Republicans, totals for the Democrats, and the other totals that are equally or actually more important. The Republicans and the Democrats are only about 15,000 votes apart. As of yesterday, through the Secretary of State's office, the Republicans lead 679,814 votes to 664,282 votes. If we only look at Republicans and Democrats, but they're not the only registered voters. There are another 4 million registered voters in the state. They're only separated by a million. There's 4 million more than enough to change the outcome of the election. So the non-party, the minor party, there are 34,169 people of those that voted. We don't know how they voted. And there are another 305,411 independent voters that we have no idea how they vote. So the difference in the Republicans and the Democrats is only 15,000. And here's another 350,000 votes that we don't know how they voted. So the bottom line is this. The number between the Democrats and the Republicans is only separated by 15,000. While another 350,000 people voted either minor party or no party, which we don't know what they did. So there you have it. And the independents have been breaking for Kamala Harris, and the first gentleman, Doug Emhoff, will be in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow, the Fort Lauderdale metro area, and also in Miami-Dade. And they would not be sending him here if there was not hope. And the bottom line is this for South Florida. 1/3 of the voters in all of Florida live in South Florida. Huge chunk of the Democrat voters live in South Florida, Broward, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach. If they turn out large enough and the independents vote, Democrats can definitely win the election, so don't tell me they can't. I'm going to say another thing about the polls and all the smoke that Trump and the Republicans are blowing out, because they just want to be able to complain that the election was stolen when they lose it, because they're putting out a lot of polls that are not legit to throw the numbers off. Love to hear from my Democrats and my MAGAs, my crazies and my cuckoos. Just because you put out a poll doesn't mean it's a legitimate poll. It means you just put one out. Anybody can say anything and say it's a poll. Doesn't mean it's a real poll. Just means you called it a poll and you did some survey. Doesn't mean it's scientific at all. Another story.